traded the 35th pick to the Seattle Seahawks. With the 35th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Nick Emmanwori, DB, South Carolina.
Another player Washington could have got about 6 picks ago.
The next Cam? 6'3", 220? Cam Chancellor was an ACC guy. Now we got an SEC guy in there.
Yeah. I mean, don't get it twisted though. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no Bama guy.
I mean, he's not a Bama guy. I will give you that. He's not no Bama guy. You know what I'm saying? But so Nick Emmanwori, Seattle Seahawk. I like it. I like it.
I like it too, but I thought they might have been a team that might have been sniffing around for Shedeur.
So are we gonna see Shedeur slide to the third round?
No, there's no way.
Round.
I swear, but I will flip shit if they take Jalen Milroe first.
Jalen Milroe, Tyler Shuff. The Browns are on the clock. They're guys. They're saying, you know what I'm saying, that Tyler might see a pick before fucking Shedeur.
You know what? I did hear a little while ago. I thought I heard a rumor that the Rams, might be interested in stuff. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard the Rams were really interested in him.
The pick is in for the Cleveland Browns.
See, now,
you're going to like this one too.
If they get Shedeur right here, you know what I mean? That would be cool too. But I think the Browns could go Will Johnson here.
In the 2025 NFL Draft, your Cleveland Browns select Quinshon Judkins.
Oh, okay. Oh, Quinshon went, but I'm shocked that he went before Travion.
Come on now.
So the Raiders should be next, right?
The Raiders are on the clock now, and we are after the Raiders.
And then I know the Saints, I believe, are 2 after you.
Yep, Bears, and then Bears and then Saints.
So if I'm the Bears, I'm looking at Travion Henderson since he's still there. He could be, since you got Ben Johnson, he could be your Jahmyr Gibbs type.
Yeah, especially since they missed out on Genty. You know what I'm saying? I know that was a move that they really wanted to make.
100%. And then the Saints are another team.
The
Saints are another team to watch for Shedeur, of course.
The Saints are definitely a team to watch for Shedeur.
But then if the Saints don't take him, I think we go back into that waiting game like last night.
I don't understand. I just don't understand it. I don't understand the waiting thing.
I don't understand it either. I mean, with the first round to some degree, you could argue that there weren't a lot of teams that needed quarterbacks. But then, you wonder, okay, since there's not a lot of teams that need quarterbacks, why would I trade up to get them? Because I don't have to. If I know that team. So that's what I was saying earlier when we were having our argument this morning. It's a lot more nuance to it because, one, there weren't a lot of teams that needed quarterbacks. So with that being said, why waste a pick or trade a pick and lose a pick to trade up for somebody that nobody's going to grab anyway?
Well, shit. Giants felt the need to trade up for Jackson Dart.
Yeah, I'm still shocked by that. Because they probably didn't need to do that either.
They absolutely had there's no justification for that. He was going to be there. He was going to be there.
But
Jackson Dart was going to be there.
I'm still stuck on. I can't believe the Falcons gave up a first round pick to come up to get Pierce, because I think they could
Nobody
have got
was
that
looking
deal
for him.
done without the first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And if the Rams were asking for a first, then call the team after them. The Rams weren't going to take them.
And now the Rams are poised to have a first round pick next year, and it's going to have some decent value. It's not going to be a playoff ranked pick. It's going to be like maybe 24, because I don't think the Falcons going to be that good.
Well, that's what I asked Raph. I think he was missing my point, but I was trying to ask him, like, did the Falcons just give the Rams their Stafford replacement?
I mean, basically a late first round.
Because even if they don't use it on, like, directly on the quarterback, they could use it in a deal to trade up for the quarterback.
Trade up for precisely. Exactly.
Like, I wish the NFL did pick swaps like the NBA does.
I'm trying to find my utensils. Just give me 1 second. I don't know where they went to.
Okay. But what do y'all think out there? You know what I mean? Like, how cool would it be if the NFL did pick swaps, or if the NFL had conditional, well, I guess they do have conditional picks. But what if the NFL had, like, unprotected picks that were emphasized?
As far as the pick swap, explain again, just in brief detail, how a pick swap would work in an NFL setting.
Well, I mean, so I know in the NBA, you can set it up to where you get the best of the swap or the worst of the swap. So if we make a trade, so like, say hypothetically, I'm the Giants trying to trade with the Texans, and I go, all right, second round pick. And then they go, okay, since you're getting the higher pick right now, we get the better pick in the second round out of our swaps. So next season, whichever one of us is the highest, they get the lower pick.
Right.
Because we see that in the NBA all the time, usually with second round picks, though.
And how would you is there a situation where you've seen like how would that have worked with Atlanta and LA?
Then, I got to go back and see what the trade actually was, because I know, like I said, the Falcons gave up the first round pick, but let's just say, like, there was 2 third-round picks involved. Like, maybe the the Falcons pick earlier in the third round than the Rams do. Then the Rams could say, give us the better pick since we gave you that first round pick.
Right. Okay.
So not just, us trading third round picks, but, whichever one is earlier, I get because I facilitated you to get the player that you wanted.
Got you. I definitely got you. So going forward, where are y'all picking again? Where's y'all next pick?
We're not until like 59 or so.
And you are looking for defensive back?
Yes, and I mean, if things keep going the way that they're going, there will be some left. Because I think we might be looking at one of Will Johnson or Savon Ravel from ECU. One of those two are probably going to be the next corner to go. Then you got Darian Porter from Iowa State. You got Benjamin Morrison from Notre Dame, who I would like to see Carolina get put across from J.C. Horn. And then after that, it's kind of a free-for-all, for the corner. So if we want somebody really bad, we probably have to trade up to get them. Because I know, shout out to San Antonio, we got Zay Frazier from UTSA. He ran that 4.340.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe we could get him later just off of speed, but he's probably not as overall talented as those other guys that I just named.
Do you think John Barron?
Oh, Jade, yeah.
Do you think he was the best corner outside of Travis Hunter on the board? Or
So
just do you
for
think he was the
me,
healthiest one?
yeah, I think he might. Well, yeah, I think if Will Johnson was healthy, he goes before him. But I think that Will Johnson was hands down the best DB in college football. I think Jade was right behind him, and that's what I brought up on Sports Reports as ordered last night because there were two corners, Jade and Travis Hunter. One of them won the Thorpe Award, and it wasn't Travis Hunter.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Jade, I don't know if you heard me say this, but Jade reminds me a lot of Trent McDuffie.
That's a good comp. I like that.
You know what I mean? So like it just depends on how you want to look at it because you're not looking at Travis as just a corner. You're looking at him off of the potential playmaking as well. So that's gonna like overinflate him in general because you know what I mean. Like the jury's still out. Is he a better corner than he is a receiver? We don't know. Like I think he's a better corner, but saying like who knows? Because if you're Jacksonville, I was going to say if you're Jacksonville, I'm sure you love the idea of putting him next to Brian Thomas.
Yeah, for sure. But like I said, Travis Hunter, if he don't have to be your number one person in the NFL, I think you have a decent skill squad. If he has to be your main person, I just can't see it.
Well, I saw, Uncle always talking about no cap, no glizzy, no glazing. So I saw a comparison yesterday, and as a receiver, they compared him to Justin Jefferson, and as a corner, they compared him to Champ Bailey.
Jeez Louise.
And it was like, he can't be both of those, bro. Like,
both guys.
Like, it's one thing if you think that, because, as a corner, he was like the number one recruit and everything. So if you want to roll with the Champ Bailey type talk, okay, I understand it. Even though I don't agree, I understand it. But for you to be like Champ Bailey and Justin Jefferson,
that's a different level. That's a completely different level.
But he don't even play one of the positions. Like with him playing both positions, I don't know if you can be like. I don't even know if you could be one of those two.
Right. Bro, where is my freaking?
That's just nuts, man. Like, and that's what I was telling Lethal earlier. Like, I know like people be thinking that I'm hating and everything, but it's just one of those things where I'm like, yo, we just overrating everything Colorado. Like, we love Coach Prime as we absolutely should because Deion's a legend. But like just because they wear black and gold don't mean that like they're the best at their position in the draft or whatever. Because but there were some names, right? That were left over. Like, Eamon Warrior got picked up now, but you got Will Johnson, Luther Burden was still out there, and I'm about to turn on the draft now, so I haven't seen the last couple of picks. But if Tennessee don't get Luther Burden, they wrong.
No, I definitely agree. And right now, the Patriots are on the clock, and we are selecting. Hold up. All
right, I'm about to go upstairs so I can throw this on now.
We need a wide receiver. Luther Burden right here. If we take an offensive lineman, I swear to God.
Did Tennessee already pick?
Nah, they traded their pick to Dolphins, and the Dolphins selected Jonah Savaiania from Arizona, offensive guard.
Oh, okay. But yeah, if y'all don't get Burden and Tennessee decides, well, I mean, I don't know where Tennessee's picking now, but but that was my thought coming into this round is that if Tennessee doesn't take him, they're wrong.
Here we go. What the fuck?
Oh shit. Oh shit. Now, before you flip out, that's not a bad pick. You know, you got to remember, like, Ramondre Stevenson and his fumbling issues. You know, Antonio Gibson isn't a, every down back. He's more of a catching out of the backfield kind of guy. So I don't hate the pick. I just think that this draft is so running back deep that you don't have to do that right now.
So we don't need. Okay.
No, y'all definitely do need wide receivers. Like, y'all probably need wide receivers more than anything else, to be honest with you. But you do need a running back.
Oh man.
And it kind of goes back to the conversation that I was having with Adam and Lethal earlier. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is a 3-day process. We don't gotta, you know what I mean? We ain't gotta rush it. Like, there's going to be receivers out there that, you know what I mean? Like, that can be had.
Man.
You know,
Marion Hampton was already off the board. Genty was already off the board. Judkins was already off the board. I mean,
I like Dylan Sampson. You know, that's my guy. All right, let me see here. I'm about to switch to the computer here in a second.
Where the fuck are my papers at? I need to smoke. This is different. This is different.
Oh, you stressed out now.
I'm not angry, okay? I'm not angry. Let's put it. Let's.
I ain't say angry. I said stressed out.
I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Can he run a go route? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not against Ramondre Stevenson. I understand the fumbling problems. I understand in New England we have a culture of if you put the ball on the ground, your butt is going on the bench. I get that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, oh, Travion Henderson, doesn't he have injury problems? Like,
I don't think he had anything major going on. All right, let me see. All right, I'm gonna go out because I gotta get switched to the computer now.
All right, go ahead. Like I said, man, I just
The computer's muted. All right,
I can't hear you.
There we go. I figured it out.
Oh no, there we are. Yeah, we got you.
I didn't realize I had it. I had my sound off. But yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't think it's a bad pick at him. Let's see.
And the Bears pick is in, and of course they take who we should have.
They took Luther Burden?
Yes.
Oh no. Yeah, because I know that what's his name? Who was it? I didn't realize until last night that Keenan Allen was a free agent.
Jesus. Luther Burden.
With the 39th pick in the 2025 NFL
Yeah,
Draft.
that's a great pick.
The 2025
All right.
North champions, Chicago Bears. Select Luther Burden III, wide receiver, Missouri. Congratulations, young
All right.
I just, bro.
All right, so let's see where we go. Where is? So we got the Saints on the clock now. So this is one of those potential Shador spots.
Rome Odunze, DJ Moore, Colston Loveland, like Luther
Cole
Burden.
Kmet.
These niggas, and Cole Kmet. These niggas is wilding. These niggas is wilding right now, dog.
Yeah.
DJ Moore and Luther Burden, they basically come from the same mold, dog. Like, these niggas is tough. And they got Rome Odunze in the cut. Loveland and Kmet in the cut. DeAndre Swift in the cut.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Caleb with a year under his belt.
Where the fuck are my raw papers, dog?
Cup's losing his mind, y'all.
I can't, for the life of me, find out or remember where I put them shit.
He knows that he's losing his mind. And, you know, I know you didn't mention him, but, you know, I like Rashawn Johnson for the Bears, too.
Oh, you said Rashawn Johnson? Yeah, the running back. Yeah. Did he
Yeah.
go to Texas?
Yep. He was Bijan's backup. Yeah, he was backing up Bijan down in Austin. You know, but yeah, this is a wild draft, man. I can't remember a recent draft that I was this surprised and like dumbfounded about.
But Travion Henderson, though, bro. Come on, bro. Travion Henderson, though, bro. Like, are we about to trade Ramondre? Like, unless we about to trade Ramondre, like, right now, I don't see it, bro. Like, unless we about to trade, bro, right now, then coming in being better than any of the niggas that we got, leaps and bounds to the point where Ramondre not gonna see the field no more. To Antonio Gibson not gonna see the field no more. Like, are we drafting rotational niggas? Because if we just drafted niggas that we feel like, all right, well, he ready to come in, you know what I'm saying, and take some pressure off our starters. Like, what is our philosophy right now? What are we trying to accomplish? What type of players
y'all had to get a home run hitter, man.
Dog. Ramondre Stevenson can definitely hit home runs. He just came off a 1,200-yard season.
I know, but he got them fumbles, man. You know, Mike Vrabel don't play that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe there's a trade out there that we don't know about. You know, but then, you know, the Saints, man, they letting that clock tick. They're getting my anticipation up. Ugh. That's straw. Ugh. You know, so You know, like especially with this Derek Carr injury, like the Saints got to stop playing around. I mean, I know you're a big Spencer Rattler guy.
Oh, I just.
Oh my God, Styrofoam Ralph.
I don't want to know.
Styrofoam Ralph.
I don't want to know.
Yes, you do. The Saints just took Tyler Shuck.
The motherfuck? What the motherfuckity fuckity fuck? What the fucking fuckity fuckity fuck? Tyler Shuff is now a New Orleans Saint. Wow. Yeah, so with that being said, like I said, bro, it's nothing else that they can really say now. It is nothing else. There is nothing else that niggas could say to where they feel like Shedeur Sanders is now the third or fourth best quarterback in this draft. They basically telling me right now that Tyler Shuff from Louisville, the nigga who went and had a combine rep where he decided to put wild ass sidearm and he couldn't hit water from a boat. Y'all right. Telling me that this nigga right now is better than Shedeur Sanders, dog, who played for Louisville. Where did Louisville finish in the ACC? We not even talking about the college football playoff, dog. Where did they finish?
I want to say they were fourth or fifth.
This is nasty. This is nasty work to me, bro. Hey, JC Cruz, the Saints is wild, dog, because not only could they have bolstered their dog, is he better than Spencer Rattler? He's not. Is he even better than Spencer Rattler, dog? If they would have drafted Shedeur Sanders, I'd be like, they got a real quarterback conundrum right now.
Well,
they got a real QB conundrum. They don't have a conundrum.
So to accurately answer your question, Louisville finished in a four-way tie for fourth in the ACC last year.
Gang. Something ain't right, bro.
Yo,
if they would have drafted Shedeur Sanders, niggas could have been like, damn, they got some decisions to make in New Orleans. Bruh, Tyler Shuff with bruh. I don't know, dog. I don't know. This is next level, dog. Like, so who gonna pick Shedeur now?
The 49ers, bro. I mean, I would like to see the Jets do the right thing just because I feel like Justin Fields is one of those guys that we've been hanging on to potential.
Jesus Christ. Tyler fucking Shuff.
Like we've been hanging on to Justin Fields' potential and wanting him to do well because he's a black quarterback, but he just hasn't yet.
Don't do that to the Jets. Jets have a quarterback, okay? Jets got a guy.
I don't know.
You might not like the guy. Jets got a guy, okay?
I don't know. I mean, you thought the Steelers had a guy, didn't you?
Hey, look. Don't, okay? Because Dangerous. This is how bad the situation is, okay? I done had to get me some papers that had already been.
I don't even know what the, what to do. Oh, well, we got a trade. We got a trade happening.
But like I was saying, man, Tyler Shuff, there's no way that they can say now with full confidence that we've done our due diligence. You know what I'm saying? We understand the situation at hand, and we just feel like Tyler Shuff is the best option for our team going forward than Shedeur Sanders, even though we got, Derek Carr and fucking.
I swear, if I see Will Howard or Jalen Milroe,
I'm telling you what's gonna happen, bro. I'm telling you what's gonna happen.
Yo, you know what'd be crazy for real though? What if somebody drafted Kyle McCord right now?
Bro, Kyle McCord. That's what I'm telling you, bro.
Kyle McCord, what's my other dude name out there? I can't even think of his name right now. Oh, Quinn Ewers.
Quinn Ewers. If Quinn Ewers goes before, bro.
It's on ESPN too because the Celtics are on regular ESPN.
This is different. This is completely different.
I don't think we've ever seen anything like this before. Because I mean, Aaron Rodgers still got in the first round, and it wasn't like number 30 or something. You know what I mean? Like he still went in the 20s.
Wow. Yeah, this is definitely collusion of another level. To see them actively try and humble this man is I think it's absolutely insane to watch. It's absolutely insane to watch. I think the Bills might take another defensive back here. Kobe Bryant's still out there somewhere. Will Johnson's still out there somewhere.
Oh no, this is just nuts, man.
I mean, was he really that much of a jerk? Like, is he really that much of a jerk?
I don't know. Damn, this is nuts, man. I don't even know what to say right now.
I never seen what it was. Like all the character defects and flaws and stuff like that. I just never seen it.
Yeah, like what did he do? I don't know what's going on. Like I don't know. Like I don't even know at this point. It's like, you know, who did Dion piss off? So Buffalo got a defensive tackle, TJ Sanders from South Carolina. So now the New Jersey Jetropolitans are on the clock.
Shout out to the motherfucking Jets. Hopefully they do something they were supposed to do.
The Jets actually, like, I was talking to Raph about this last night. Like, why don't the Jets just take Jalen Milroe? Because if, you know, Justin Fields get hurt, you know, say you don't even have to really change your
same guy. Yeah, you ain't got to do much.
Yeah.
Oh boy, man, oh man, Travion Henderson. What a time to be alive. This is just. What a time to be alive.
I don't even know what to do right now. Like, I'm just so dumbfounded right now, man. Like, I have no idea what to do with myself right now. Like, I feel
TJ Sanders.
Like, I feel like I'm on another planet or something.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
because I mean,
like,
let's be real. This is unprecedented because even when Lamar Jackson, you know, won the Heisman, you know, and people were still like, I mean, is he a quarterback? Maybe he's a wide receiver. And, you know, he had to answer all the questions, you know, every time he went into a combine interviews. No, would you consider playing wide receiver? No, I'm a quarterback. Would you consider doing this? And it's like, yeah, they would make him, like, he ended up waiting, but he was still the 32nd pick in the draft. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Ravens still traded back up into the first round to get him. But even still, the quarterbacks that were taken before him, they weren't trash. Baker, Darnold, Allen.
I saw Tim Tebow taken in the first round of an NFL draft.
This is true.
I seen Achilles Smith go number 1. I seen Jamarcus Russell go number 1. And I know Lethal don't want to hear this, but I never thought Jamarcus Russell was good in the first place.
To each his own.
Nah, he went to LSU. That's all it is. No, like you ever watch college football? And to be fair, Andrew Luck was kind of like this a little bit. But you ever watch college football and you saw a dude just dominate, and then whenever they played a team that just looked like they were good, he would just fall apart? That was Jamarcus Russell for me. Like, whenever they played, I remember a particular game against Tennessee, And I was just like, yo, Andrew Luck, I felt like every time he played Oregon, he threw a pick six.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like, but then I learned with Andrew Luck, that's just how he played football. He just be wheeling and dealing. And, sometimes it go good, sometimes it go bad, but it goes good more than bad. With Jamarcus, he played so many shitty teams that I couldn't tell. So I was just nervous about him being the number one overall when it happened.
This is absolutely true. You know what I'm saying? I was never really.
All right, so we got San Jose on the clock. Jets pick is in. I'm just waiting to see who it is.
In. Come on, Jets. I mean,
the Jets. Come on, man.
I ain't got nothing to say, bro. I'm appalled just as everybody else. Tyler Shook.
It don't make no sense to me, Lethal. I'm confused. I'm baffled and flabbergasted. My flabber has definitely been gasted.
That's diabolical. That's diabolical. I figured Will Howard or even Quentin Ewers will go before Tyler Shook. But the fact that Tyler Shook went before Shedeur definitely bad me.
I just don't even want to.
And why are you mad about?
And now niggas is saying that Shedeur Sanders is not even an NFL starter.
That's insane.
Like, I don't know, man. So like I said, man, like it's just one of those things, right? Like, the things that Shedeur, they say he takes a lot of unnecessary sacks. He does. Encourage him to throw the ball away. That's what you do.
So it's like, dude, does coaching not even matter anymore?
Well, that's what I keep saying. Like, dudes just think they can't coach, like they're getting paid for nothing. Because, like with Tet, right? It was, he doesn't get his high speed until the middle of his route, and it looks like he'll give up on a play, and the quarterback. Well, you know what? Sit him down for a couple of plays then. But you can't teach what he has, and then when I go look at it. The quarterbacks that he played with in college, neither one of them were 6 feet tall.
Hey, Cowboy Mike, bro. I just don't even. Tyler Shuff, though. Come on, Cowboy Mike. Come on, Cowboy Mike.
Yeah, but the thing with Tet, though, my only biggest concern with somebody like Tet is he don't watch film.
Nigga, that shit is old.
It don't matter, bro. It doesn't matter, bro.
Nigga, that shit is old. He said that shit when he was 19 years old, bro. You don't know what the fuck the nigga be doing now, bro.
If you can say,
I'm still surprised.
And the Jets just drafted Mason Taylor.
See,
they got Mason Taylor.
LSU. I'm still surprised that these guys haven't been drafted. Like Will Johnson's still out there. Like that knee must be really fucked up.
It must be bad, yeah.
You know what I mean? Ezraku hasn't got drafted yet. I thought he was gonna go.
Seattle moved up and got that safety.
Yeah, and then you got who was the other name?
The new Cam.
There was another person I was just thinking about, like why he didn't get taken yet. But yeah, like this is nuts, man. Like I have no idea what is going around the NFL right now. The 49ers are on the clock, and this is where Lethal gets a shot, right? Because after the 49ers, Russia's team is on the clock. Russia's team, the Dallas Cowboys. And
hell yeah, it's not America's team.
You know what I mean? Lethal been saying Shedeur to Dallas.
You know what I'm saying? But they got Joe Milk. They got Money Milk.
Yeah, they got Bazooka Joe.
Bazooka Joe, yeah, we know. Bazooka Joe. Yeah.
See, Cups, even Mike like the Patriots getting Travion.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
It's just you.
Sweet, bro.
It's only you.
It's only you,
bro.
It's sweet, bro.
When the nigga run a 9 route, y'all let me know, bro.
Bro, you got Stephon Diggs. You got your man Boutte.
They talking about getting rid of the nigga, though.
Hold up. Did you say that the Browns got Higgins?
No. Yeah, no. I said they got Diggs.
No,
the team that drafted Jaden Higgins was
the Texans.
Oh, the Texans. Okay. Oh, they putting pressure on Lethal.
Hey, yo.
All right, the 49ers go defensive tackle Alfred Collins out of Texas.
That's fine.
So now Russia's team is on the clock. Followed by Indianapolis.
That Naptown life.
Followed by the Rams, another potential Shador spot. Followed by the Cardinals, followed by the Raiders, another.
What if the
Shador
Cardinals?
spot.
What if the Cardinals take Shador?
Yo, if the Cardinals take Shador, then
that would
I'm
be
here
different.
for the drama.
That would be different. I would definitely be here for all the drama that comes with that, for sure. Spice it up. Hell yeah. For all the drama that making him wait and shit, send him to Arizona and then let the real drama begin.
Cause then he got weapons to throw to. You know what I'm saying? The division part, it's a tough division to be in, but hey, he in Arizona.
All right, so what does Dallas do here?
Dallas needs to go receiver. Whatever best receiver is still left on the board right now.
Burton already off the board.
Yeah, I was thinking receiver or running back.
Maybe Jalen Noel.
They could take that tight end out of Miami, Aurora.
They got Jake Ferguson.
That don't mean nothing.
You heard that Cowboy Mike? You heard that Cowboy Mike?
He said that don't mean nothing.
He said Jake Ferguson. That man ain't shit. That shit don't mean shit, nigga.
So let's see. So you got McMillan gone, Burden gone, Golden gone, Ibuka gone, Higgins. So maybe Dallas could go Isaiah Bond.
Isaiah Bond locked up.
We should have went Isaiah Bond.
He needs to get bonded out.
I wonder. Yeah, he do. I wonder if he's a little overrated though. He's one of the guys that I've been wondering about. Like I know he made that catch against Auburn though, the 4th and 31. But like he was supposed to be the leader of Texas, and Golden was like, "Nah, this is my shit."
Because Golden sweeter, bro.
And he came from Bama. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's a Bama guy, bro. Lethal is disrespectful, ain't he?
Hell, bro, chill, bro. I fuck with Jake Ferg. Don't get me wrong. I fuck with the Ferg.
All right, let's see what we got here. All right, Dallas's pick is in.
Put me on the clock, coach.
You know what I'm saying? Let's see who we got. You got Isaiah Bond. I think Jalen Royals out of Utah State could be a sleeper. He's talking a lot of shit, but he'll stop if they get Trey Harris. Ty Felton out of Maryland, I think is going to be a good one. This Alec Ayamana from Stanford. Don't let Stanford fool you.
Bro, we about to fuck around and take Restrepo in like the 5th or 6th round pick and be like, see, look, we did it. We got receiver help.
Well, I think Restrepo's projected not to get drafted or like 6th round or something like that.
Y'all might go Jimmy Horn, bro, in the 3rd round. Chill out. Relax, bro.
Yeah.
That would be a major reach.
We still got
the 3rd round.
Y'all remember Torrey Horton? You know what I'm saying? He was the dude from Colorado State killing Colorado that game. Tez Johnson from Oregon.
Tez not getting drafted until like.
You know what I'm saying? Cup said he don't want no more UCF receivers.
I'm sorry, bro. I just came, bro. We already got one. And
hey, Trayshawn Holden from Oregon, he was a Bama guy.
Our UCFC receiver said he make people in wheelchairs stand up.
I want to know where Nick Nash
did, bro.
goes. I want to know where Nick Nash goes. He led the nation in receiving and all that last year, but
we're gonna take Jake Beck or some shit. Jack Beck, whatever the nigga name is.
That do sound like a Patriot name, though. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit sound like a Patriot. Like that shit take me back to the days of Chris Hogan.
That's tough.
Spare me.
Luther Burden's running mate Theo Weiss is out here. Andrew Armstrong, one of my sleepers at 6'4", is out here. Arian Smith from Georgia fast, but they led the nation in drops last year.
We might go linebacker. I feel like we might go linebacker, bro.
Damn, this shit is really blowing me, bro. I mean, bro, Travion,
who's left on?
Like I said, dog. Like I said.
Well, linebacker wise, I like Chris Paul, but it's probably too early.
I feel like I can get him in the 3rd round, brother.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's too early for him, but I like him.
I do too.
I like Kobe King from Penn State.
Okay.
That might be about it. I mean, you got Jay Higgins out of Iowa. You know, you always go with an Iowa linebacker, right? But he's not. But he's not until probably 5th round or so.
Here we go.
All right, let's see. Dallas got it as a Raku.
Ooh.
The Dallas Cowboys select Donovan Ezeraku, defensive end, Boston College.
There you go.
And now the Colts are on the clock. And it's crazy because NFL Network still says the Colts' needs are tight end.
That's a good pick for Dallas. I don't know if that necessarily was their biggest priority, but getting a player that like I said, I've seen mock drafts that had him, somewhere between 22 and 25. So to get him this early, I mean this late, what I'm saying?
Is this a surprise that there's no player trades so far in this 25 draft?
Not necessarily. I mean, yes, just because we're used to it, but not really because at some positions, like we talked about running back, like this draft is really deep. Like running back, DB, edge, like it's really deep because I don't even think Nick Scorton is gone yet.
Mike Green's still on the board.
Mike Green was a top. Yeah, he was in.
Yeah, I feel like if we since we on the clock, if we pick up Mike Green, that's a steal for me.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like these edge rushers are out here. Like you know what I mean. Scorton's still out here. JTT from Ohio State. Landon Jackson, remember him from the combine? Dude from Arkansas. Yep, he's still out here. Jack Sawyer from Ohio State still out here.
I see Landon Johnson going in the 4th round, and he gonna be that 4th round steal for somebody.
Well, they got him. The thing that I'm looking at, they got him ranked as 52.
And don't y'all D-Law not on the roster anymore? Is he, Cowboy Mike?
No, he's in Seattle.
No, who? You talking about Dexter
DeMarcus Lawrence?
Oh,
DeMarcus Lawrence. Yeah, he in Seattle.
Oh yeah, I got my Lawrences mixed up. But yeah, they showing the film on Ezeraku now. What I'm saying? Colts, I'm waiting for this pick. I'm interested in this.
Me too.
Colts pick is in.
Yeah, it's been in.
Mike Green. Make it Mike Green. Either Chris Paul or Mike Green.
Shout out Salem City, man. This is a dream come true, but
that's JT. Yeah, JT.
Let's keep this train rolling on day 2. And with that being said, with the 45th pick in the 2025
oh man,
draft, my Indianapolis Colts select JT Tuimoloau.
Wow.
Okay.
JT.
So now y'all got the UCLA guy, the UCLA Samoan, and now y'all got this one.
Okay.
So what does this mean for Kwity Paye?
It means he in his last year, but his last year. Oh, whatever. Nah, it's a good pickup just because we don't have none of our defensive players on the line. None of our D line players are under contract next year, other than Latu. Buck is up for a new deal. Grover's gonna be up for a new deal.
All right,
he's on his last leg on his deal, so
it's time for the Rams. Followed by the Cardinals, Raiders, Bengals, and Seahawks.
The Raiders could still draft Shedeur.
They could.
The Rams could take him right here.
The Rams could take him right here. Just from the standpoint of, you got to get the heir apparent at some point.
At some point.
Stafford ain't no spring chicken, but at the same time,
that's the best fit, bro. That's the best fit for him to be.
But at the same time, right? But at the same time, if I know Stafford is playing this year,
that give me time.
Do I wait for the better quarterback draft next year?
But the Rams are not going to be in position as far as draft order.
Why not? They got 2 first-round picks.
Right. So they don't have to lose. They can still put on a winning season, draft Shedeur this year, and still have ammunition for next year draft to build around them.
Well, I guess it just depends though, because obviously, I mean, look, so obviously there's some fuckery going on, right?
Very.
But but I still feel that if there has to be one team out there that thinks that Shedeur could be their future, and like it makes me wonder, like on top of the bullshit that's going on, like are some of those reports true where teams are looking at Shedeur like, I just don't see a generational dude.
Well, even if he goes undrafted, doesn't that mean he will have his choice of NFL team?
That does mean that, yes. But he ain't going undrafted. Let's not get too crazy now. You know, if he doesn't get picked by,
he is, but I'm saying
if he doesn't get picked by the middle of the third round, I'll entertain that.
So how about this? Let's boost it up a bit. Shedeur Sanders will probably be either the third or fourth Colorado Buff drafted before he gets drafted.
I don't know, because I don't think Jimmy's getting drafted until late third, early fourth.
We still got Shep out
probably
there.
Not going until fifth or sixth.
We got Shep out there. Still got Shep.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Shep. He's fast. You know, but I don't know. But I think Horn's better than Shep. So you know what I mean? Like, what about what's his name? Wester? Is he in the draft too?
I think Wester is in the draft.
Because he might just end up being like a special teams kind of guy versus a main roster or main kind of guy.
I see Jimmy playing punt return.
Travion Henderson, bro.
Yeah,
I wonder if Jacksonville. So if you're Jacksonville, do you let Travis return punts, or are you kind of protecting him from that?
I protect him because I already got him for the wide receiver side of it because he's going to play DB, but I still got him up to sprinkle in on the package. So putting him on punt return is kind of like a risk when I can draft somebody to do that.
But that's what I was telling Cups before you came on. That was the other thing too, is that when you look at it, right, and you're thinking about somebody like Shedeur, realistically, there's not a lot of teams that needed a starter right now. Like, you know, there was New Orleans, you know, the Raiders have Geno. You could argue that Shedeur is better than him, but they got a starter. You know, Seattle went and got Sam Darnold. You know, Cleveland's got 3 quarterbacks that they're paying right now. So
and they're looking at Milroe. We still got Milroe on the board. You still got Will Howard on the board. You got McCoy on the board.
Quinn Ewers.
Quinn Ewers is still on the board.
You know what I mean? So like when you look at it that way, like I was telling Cups, let's say I was a team that like I like Shedeur and I want him. Like, it's not worth me to trade up to get him because nobody else is going to take him.
But are you willing to keep? Now, are you willing to trade back just because you know nobody's willing to take him?
Potentially, because I mean, like, so look, like, if this was this morning, I would have said no. But now that we done saw like Chris Winkie get drafted, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no bullshit.
It's a little different now. You know, Brandon Whedon in the house. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different now.
26 years old, 20 starts. Come on, bro.
I don't know who used to say this, but I remember somebody used to say the calculus has changed. You know the calculus has changed because
the algorithm.
Because now I'm sitting here, right? Like if
here we go. Rams pick is up.
If this, hold on. So if this was like 2 months ago and you would have told me Tyler Shuck was going ahead of Shedeur, I would have lost my house betting you. You know what I'm saying? I would have lost my house. And the Rams go tight end.
Who they get? Which tight end they get?
Terrence Ferguson.
Okay.
From Oregon. So now the Cardinals and Mini-Me are on the clock.
Does Quinn Ewers or Will Howard go before Shedeur?
Will Howard could, because I think that teams like the idea of Will Howard. Like, I don't think Will Howard is better than Shedeur at any level, but you know, he's got that Josh Allen build though. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of teams might look at that and be like, I can coach that. And that's the
Now,
thing.
what about Riley Leonard?
Oh no, hell no, he might not get drafted.
Damn.
If
Bro,
he does,
if Tyler Shough got drafted, Riley
no,
Leonard.
but Riley Leonard is like, he's like Tebow without muscles.
Damn.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like that type of quarterback where like he'd be great in the Wildcat, or like, oh shit, it's 4th and 1 and I need this yard to continue my season. Like, that's what he's for. I don't trust him to throw shit.
He's Jacoby Brissett 4th and 1.
Yeah, like and
That's
yeah.
tough.
And just for the record, y'all, Celtics 50, Orlando 44 with about.
Bro, I was trying to pull up the draft on stream, and every time I clicked on the NFL draft, bro, it was showing me the Celtics and Magic's game.
It's on ESPN too. The Celtics are on ESPN.
Oh, okay.
Because
I'm watching NFL Network because I don't watch ESPN.
You know what you're supposed to be tapped into, pussy nigga.
And then we got the Bucks, you know, down 11-10. They just starting with Indiana. So so I posted that thing earlier. I was going to ask y'all, you know, what y'all think about that Dame to Orlando smoke?
Damian Lillard to Orlando?
Yeah. They're the betting Will Johnson, baby.
Ooh, for real.
Will Johnson to the Cardinals.
Okay.
Tough.
Okay, Arizona.
All right. Now
Let's
we got
get
the Raiders on the clock.
Now we got Ohio State and Michigan going up against each other in practice every day.
So Shador Watch, you know, Shador Watch continues right here.
Raiders on the clock.
Here, bro. It's right here. Shador right here. Let's go ahead and book it.
Yo, I swear, like I said, if I see fucking Jalen Milroe before Shador, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. And
are you gonna lose your mind if you see Quinn Ewers before Shador?
Yes, but I could also argue that if you go back to, because you got to remember, a lot of these football teams look at what you were, and they think that if they saw you a certain way, it's still in there. Like Quinn Ewers came out of high school with a lot of hype. You know what I mean? So
was it overhyped? Was he overhyped after looking
no,
back?
I mean, he left high school early.
No, I think he was pretty good in college. He was just injury prone, but he was a good quarterback. You know, that's why I asked Raph. Like, you know, I guess I'll ask y'all since we're talking about it. Like, so if they were in the same draft right now, you were on the clock and you needed a quarterback, would you take Quinn Ewers or Carson Beck?
I'll probably take Ewers.
I'm taking Ewers.
That's what I'm saying. But remember last year, right? Coming into last season, people were arguing Carson Beck against Shador.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I do remember that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, once they get a thought about you sometimes, like some of these dudes like Dayball or, you know, they think like, I can coach that. Like, get them over here to me.
Damn, Houston picking again.
Oh, they traded? Yeah, Houston traded with the Raiders, so no Shador right there.
That's insane, bro.
And then you got Cincinnati next, Seattle after that. So Seattle's another team that I said could be in the Shador sweepstakes because maybe you play Darnold this year and, you know, like see what's out there after that. Denver is after Seattle, so they're not going Shador. I think they're going to go running back. You got Tennessee at, you know, next after that. Tampa, Green Bay.
Tampa might go Jalen Milroe just to have a backup to Baker.
You got. So here it is right here. So Bengals on the clock right now, right? Seattle, Denver, Tennessee, Tampa, Green Bay, Chargers, Chicago, Carolina, and then the Raiders again.
I'm gonna say none of those teams you mentioned has a chance to draft Shador.
And that's what I'm saying. So if you want Shador, you're playing a dangerous game because if the Raiders don't take Shador right now, if they just traded to Houston, so they're not taking Shador right now. So there's still another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 8 picks again before the Raiders. If nobody trades up, then why am I trading up to get Shador? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm the Raiders and I want Shador, but the problem is what if somebody does come through at the 9th hour You know what I'm saying? Then you just screwed yourself. But you don't have a reason to believe right now that somebody's going to do that. The Ravens, I don't know if the Ravens drafting Shador, Mike. Like, I could see the Ravens drafting like Milroe or what's his name? Not Will Howard, but like Quinn Ewers maybe. Because I think Shador comes with too much media attention. Because I mean, you got the MVP, like, you know, a 2-time MVP, including, you know, a one-time unanimous, and you got Shador as his backup. That ain't going over.
I think we draft Quinn Ewers if he makes it. If Quinn Ewers make it to the 4th round, I think we draft Quinn Ewers. For real, bro.
I'm not mad at it.
Let me see what we got here. Because, I mean, like, let me see. Let me look at this. So let's see. So you got, so looking at this, right? So this is from CBS. They had Cam Ward as the 3rd ranked player in the draft. They had Travis number 1, Abdul Carter number 2, and Cam Ward number 3.
Okay.
They had Shador at 28, Jackson Dart at 50. They had Tyler Shuck at 117.
That's tough.
They got Milroe. They got Jackson Dart at 50, Milroe at 94, Howard at 99, Ewers at 107, McCord at 108, Dylan Gabriel at 161.
I forgot Dylan Gabriel.
Riley Leonard at 220, Brady Cook at 238. And then you got Graham Mertz, Seth Hennigan, Cam Miller, Curtis Rourke, Max Brosmer, some dudes whose name I can't say and I ain't never heard of that school. Then you got DJ Uyangale. Then you got Montana State's quarterback Tommy Malo, and then you got Peyton Thorne from Auburn.
DJ Ungale is in there?
Yeah.
He's in the draft this year?
Yeah.
He
don't got no more eligibility. I guess he had one more year since he got hurt, you know, but
he had to declare, dog.
The fact that Tyler Shuck went before Ewers, Will Howard,
Jalen Milroe, and Shador.
But that's the problem, right? Is that they look at what have you done lately versus what is your body of work. They were talking about that earlier.
How do you look at Tyler Shuck? Just because he has a whole bunch of career starts?
No, I mean,
he actually doesn't.
Yeah, he missed a lot of games. He was hurt throughout his career at Texas Tech. That's how he ended up at Louisville, because they were like, go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't playing. But that's what happened with Donovan Jackson, the lineman from Ohio State. They went on that national title run, and here he is going in the 1st round. He was probably, you know, a 2nd rounder until that playoff run.
I can see Houston maybe going Ben Morrison right here. Oh, no, they went offensive tackle.
Yeah, they went offensive tackle, which they should have did in the 1st round instead of trading out. All right, so the Bengals are on the clock now.
They got to go running back. They got to go defense again. So that was.
Yeah, I was going to say, honestly, no bullshit, and I'm not trying to be like funny or anything. The Bengals need to go defense every pick.
No, they do.
Like no offense.
They have no business drafting no offense.
You know, because you got Chase Brown who came on last year. They still got Zach Moss.
They got to get the offensive line still more.
They still got Zach Moss. I believe they still got Khalil Herbert.
No, we got Khalil Herbert.
He moved. Okay.
Oh, the other running back that I want to, that he might make it to the 3rd. He might make it to the 4th round actually. Melvin, what is it? Ollie Gordon, 3rd. There you go.
Yeah, I was talking about him last night too.
Hell yeah, bro! Shout out to Ollie Gordon.
You know what I'm saying? Like, talk about how like they've fallen, right? Like he won the Doak Campbell. He should have came out then.
Man, speaking of which, what happened to Mo Ibrahim?
Injuries. Like he was beat up all throughout college, but he was a beast.
Hell yeah. The Texans just drafted the dude who was blocking for him.
All right, so let's see. We got the Bengals. So, like, if I'm the Bengals, like, I'm probably looking at somebody like a Kyle Kennard here if I could.
Who's the next best safety left on the board?
Or maybe Ben Morrison.
Maybe. Next best safety. Somebody drafted Kevin Winston yet?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I would say him from Penn State. Kevin
What about that
Winston.
Notre Dame safety?
Yeah, I was going to say he's probably after him. Like Xavier Watts. He would probably be the next one after him. And then it gets kind of
thin.
Yeah, I mean, well, Makuba from Texas isn't bad, but yeah, it gets real slim after that.
I'm surprised Mike Green is still on the goddamn board, bro.
I mean, yeah, like, does he have some kind of injury that we don't know about?
Because his senior day, his senior time, the senior bowl, and then the senior practices and stuff, bro. That man was showing out, bro.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Nick Scorton still ain't gone yet.
Select Demetrius Knight Jr., linebacker, South Carolina.
Oh, yeah. Chris, go ahead, move up. Chris,
okay,
go ahead,
another South Carolina guy. Okay, Gamecock showing out.
Once I heard Junior, bro, I could tell.
All right,
Chris
Seattle.
Paul Junior's next, bro. Somebody gonna take him
in
in a second.
Actually, I don't even know actually because Seattle, I forgot. They went and got Sam
Seattle
Howell.
Seattle got to still shore up the offensive line.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what I thought they were going to do in the first round.
I thought so too.
But they got Sam Howell still too.
Sam Howell, Sam Darnold. They just Sam Miami's everywhere.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Pair him with Logan Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Shamar Stewart. Yeah, like we said, bro, Bengals don't got no business drafting anything except for defense and good defense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now we got Seattle on the board. Again, this could be a wild card for Shador, but I think they might go defense again. Who was there? I can't think of who the Seahawks took in the first round.
They took. Give me a second. I'll tell you.
Wasn't it a D tackle? That was a D tackle.
They took. No, they did take off. Didn't they take offensive? Yeah, they took an offensive lineman. That's right. They got the guy from North Dakota State.
Gray Zabel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about him. You know, oh man, like I'm telling you, man, like this is.
Is this draft the most weird draft?
Yes.
That we ever had so far.
Like most drafts are predictable for the most part. Like, you know, like you get surprises like when Houston when they got CJ Stroud and then they traded so they could get Will Anderson. Like you'll see something like that every so often, but generally speaking, even if you don't get the player right, you're like, this team is drafting a corner or this team is drafting a linebacker. You know what I mean? So it'll flow. You know what I mean? But this draft is just all over the place. Like
just like Cleveland first pick. I said the UCLA linebacker was good, bro.
Yeah, like I'm like, why did Cleveland I still don't know why Cleveland. Like, I mean, if they like Mason Graham that much, I guess, but I have no idea why Cleveland made that trade with Jacksonville outside of
picking up more picks. They got another
outside of
the first round for next year.
But I'm like, you had Travis Hunter right there in your grasp.
But I think they looking at it is for this year, they gave Miles his contract. They're building on the defense some more. They're gonna get as many picks as they can for next year because next year's quarterback crop is a better crop to choose from. They just building for next year.
Your next breakdown could be anytime,
anywhere. All right.
I just can't pinpoint. Just like y'all said, bro, this John is definitely a confusing draft. I can't pinpoint who the next player off the board is going to be. You know what I'm saying?
That's good though, in a sense.
I mean, yeah, it is good. You know, besides the Shador stuff, you know what I'm saying? It is good, but you know what I mean? Like, man, like
I can see the Broncos.
Same thing. If you would have told me that Will Johnson was going to go where he went, I'd have lost my house.
Yeah. Because I thought he was going to be a top at least 20.
But we didn't get the medical. We start getting all the medical information until draft time anyway.
Like he must got like the Todd Gurley knee going on.
Got to.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because this is nuts. Because I mean, I know he had like the ankle issue, he had a toe issue or something. You know, he had a knee issue in college. So unless that shit just didn't get healed, but Mike, I've been hearing Mason Graham number 5 all week, but a lot of people thought he was just that Jacksonville was just gonna stay and take him.
Yeah, stay. Yeah,
yeah. So like, yeah, because that was the thing, you know, like this is nuts. Like the only thing that was really predictable, I guess, were the top 3 players.
And Mason Graham to Cleveland is still tough because
that's still tough. I mean, it's a good pickup. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I'm looking at Cleveland like, if that was the plan, you could have just got Abdul Carter.
They could have.
Yeah,
you could have had Abdul and Myles Garrett.
But I mean, now they got draft capital and Mason Graham.
I know. I mean, it's like realistically, it's just going to depend on what they do with the rest of that capital. Because you could have it, you know what I'm saying? What you going to do with it?
Thanks. Don't fumble the bag.
All right, so Seattle goes tight end Elijah Arroyo from Miami.
Ooh, they went up. See, bro, that nigga will be sweet, bro.
All right, Carolina's on the clock,
and they still got Noah Fant, I think.
And then after the Carolina pick, I got a roll.
That's a bet. That's a bet.
So let's see what the Panthers do. They took over from the Broncos. The Broncos had that pick originally.
They traded up already. Oh, the Panthers traded up.
Yeah. So now that's what I'm saying. Now the Cups, because I brought this up when we first came on here before Lethal showed up. I like Ben Morrison here going across from J.C. Horn.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. Come on now.
Oh, nobody still got my guy from ECU yet either, huh? Savon Ravel. Like nobody's got, because he might be better than Ben Morrison. But it's the same thing. They both coming off of ACL, so.
Bro, Maxwell about to be the steal, bro, for the
that guy is going to be a fucking monster, man. He's going to be a monster.
I can't wait, bro.
And they got young cornerbacks that they just paid. I ain't even know none of the niggas that they just gave contracts to.
Yeah, I remember Buffalo built that secondary.
Yeah, that shit about to be
and
sweet,
they brought back, what's his name too, didn't they? Trey White?
Yeah, Trey White just came back.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. Buffalo loading up for Kansas City again.
They're going to beat them. They go
to be determined. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They still got what's his name? Dane Jackson.
I like rap.
And then
let's go Carolina. Ben Morrison out of Notre Dame. What it do?
Is that what it is?
They got Nick Scourton, Texas A&M.
Okay, I like that pick though. I like that pick.
So yeah, fellas, we done reached that hour 13-minute mark in this here goddamn Friday night smoke fest. This was the NFL draft round 2. Not necessarily a recap, but coverage. You know what I'm saying? Catch us again Sunday night smoke service. You already know we're gonna recap the whole thing. Give y'all our analysis, all that good shit. You know, I had in the game with me NFL Draft Madness, Bleed Blue for the Shoot Nap Nation, Jay Lethal, what it do in this motherfucking. You already know I had my dog, one half of Sports Reports as ordered. See more hate, 2-5, Mike Will representing live on the 1s and 2s. And you already know I have my dog, goddamn Cowboy Mike, DJ Mike, Dakota Mike, motherfucking building, throw the foes up. We letting the windows down, we letting the smoke out. Goddamn, smoke with us next time. But above all else, fuck Aaron Rodgers, man. And fuck Kevin Durant.
Fuck KD.
Fuck the easy money sniper.